went at halftime, and one of the things I noticed was the guys were panicked. They were not hollering at each other. I really complimented them on that. I didn't see any panic, and I didn't see anybody laying down blame. Georgia played great in the first half. I mean, they played just tremendous, as well as we played in the second half. That's how well Georgia played. And we tried to guard them. We tried to keep the ball in Layton's hands. We tried not to foul them. We tried to come down and double. They kicked out and made shots. Parker had 3 threes. I mean, they got a good. They played great. I thought they had some heavy minutes. I thought with how aggressively we're playing, extending with our full court. We pressed the whole game full court, and I thought it might take its toll against, they play some guys heavy minutes, and we just try to wear them out for next time. At half, Stephen Pearl had the scout, and I had said to Stephen that I thought that our zone could be effective tonight, and he agreed. It was his scout. And at halftime, he said, why don't we start zone second half? And I thought about it for a second. I didn't want to go back on my wearing them out. It's okay, let's go zone, but let's press and go back into zone. And they didn't score for a while. I mean, I don't know how long it was, but I know they didn't score for a while. And it just got us back in the game. And then, of course, we started to get some confidence in it. And we started jumping passing lanes and creating steals and pressing the ball, and it was a beautiful thing. And to have that in our back pocket, something we haven't played a lot, to have that, and 2 other things. Mustafa struggled in the first half, was in foul trouble, and I went to him at halftime. I said, this one's coming. This coming out of time, that's yours. Okay, you set a screen, you're going to get a screen. And I want you to shoot the 3. I don't care if it's contested or not. You shoot it. We got to get you going. He knocked that 3 down, and it just seemed like he kind of looked up and, all right, out of the way. Let me just play now. He didn't come out of the game for another 7 or 8 minutes, and he stayed in there the whole time. So it kind of freed him up a little bit. We need Mustafa to be able to make those shots and to make those plays. And then Bryce Brown is gone from one of the best defensive guards in the league to be one of the best guards in the league. It's a strong, strong statement. And I wouldn't make it unless I thought he's getting there. He's becoming one of the best guards in the league. He can score at all levels. I already know what a great defender he is. He plays hard. He's not afraid. Now, we'll see if this is the most I've ever praised him publicly. Let's see how he handles it tomorrow. But I'm very, very proud of the way he's developed. And I'm, again, really proud of the chemistry of the team. Not everybody had it tonight. But we had enough to get a great, great win. Crowd, look, this is what I dreamed about. This is what I came here for. I got a text message from my minister, Ren Aaron. He said, Coach, you're not going to believe this, but there's a couple thousand kids outside the arena. And I said, what time is it? I always get there about 3:30 when the doors open. So I called my assistant. I said, can you hold the doors for like a minute or 2? I am on my way. I want to go reach out and thank the students. That line of students was wrapped all the way around the commons, all the way down the hill. And I just went down the line and high-fived everybody. And our students were so excited. I just could tell, too, there's a bunch of them that had never been or had been to many. And they were excited. And they saw great basketball. They saw Georgia play great in the first half. They saw us not quit, and we played great in the second half. It was wonderful to have our new athletic director, William Green, here. I'd like to try to tell him it's like this every night, but obviously it's not. But this is what we're trying to build for. And I'm really proud that this was his first athletic event, I think, attended. And he got a chance to see how jumping this place can be. So what an environment. And what a great win. Georgia's big now. They're good. Georgia's good. They're not done. Just take my word for it. That's an NCAA tournament team.
Mustafa walked us through what he was thinking on the three-point play where he holds off on a shot and then drives in and draws the foul. You guys get the lead at that point. What's going through your mind, though, Bruce? Because you're down, what was a season-high deficit at halftime. You said the locker room was handling it, but you see that comeback, and at that point, this was the most raucous this building has been in your tenure, probably in its 8-year history.
Yes,
What's going through your mind as you guys are rallying back from that deficit?
Specific to Mustafa, I'd like to see him be more aggressive catching and shooting. He's a beautiful shooter. And sometimes he'll catch it and just shot fake it. And then if he's going to shot fake it, sometimes he settles for what I think is an okay mid-range jump shot. I'd rather have him shot fake it and drive it and dunk it. I'd rather have him shot fake it, drive it, than go get a teammate a 3-ball. So sometimes his pull-up game wasn't working. But he can make plays athletically that not a lot of other guys can play. And when Obi comes over there to block his shot, and he throws it down like that, there just aren't many guys that can do that. That's next level stuff. So we could not win the game if Mustafa didn't come back and accept responsibility. And he did. I'm really proud of him for that.
Bruce, was the 14 steals in the second half, talked about that, and it's over off the turnover, huge difference.
Well, again, the zone, full court zone, we were full court man the entire first half. We were full court zone the entire second half. And I thought that zone did two things. One, it didn't allow Turtle Jackson just to bring it up by himself. He had to put the ball in other guys' hands, which then took their decision maker away. Second thing is, in the first half, we tried to keep it out of Mayton's hands. We tried not to foul him. We tried to do it. In man, Mark Fox is a great play caller, can get Mayton matchups. He can get him in a post, he can get him in a pinch, he can get him the ball. Against the zone, it's harder to, when you have a great player like that, target him. And that obviously, it was just terrifically effective, and the kids flew around. And the crowd inspired them. You know, and it is, just telling you guys have been around long enough to know these SEC wins they're precious. I mean, they're just precious against other NCAA tournament caliber teams. I don't know who Georgia plays next or after that, but I'm just telling you. I think they're one of the better teams in the league. I mean, like Georgia beat Alabama at Georgia by 20-something. You know, it just, you know, and we come back after losing Alabama. So they had all my respect and all my attention going into this one.
Bruce, is there any correlation to Stephen having the scout in that second half run, you looking very similar to when you had it rolling at Tennessee at its peak?
No, I think the correlation of Stephen having the scout gave him the confidence to go ahead and make the recommendation. And one of the things I like my assistants to do is tell me what you think. It then allows me to process it. If you don't tell me what you think, I never get a chance to process it. And I may process it and go, that's not going to work, and for whatever my reason is. But I processed it and I went, I typically wouldn't start a half that way. But I thought it would keep us out of foul trouble. We got in foul trouble. If they went man to man and boom, 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 all of a sudden, you know, it kept Deshaun in the game a little longer. It kept Truman in the game a little longer. I had Horace playing power forward. I had Mustafa playing. I had to use 4 power forwards in that game. I got 9 guys. I used 4 different players at power forward because of foul trouble. The zone allowed us to do that.
This team has pulled off a number of second half comebacks. What is it about this squad that you breathe down the stretch?
I just, look, they didn't panic. They weren't at each other. They stepped up physically. Georgia's a very, very physical team, and we didn't, you know, we got out rebounded, but we didn't get destroyed. We challenged them at the rim, and then we got a couple guys that can make. But Jared Harper can make plays. Bryce Brown is a tough cover. People are starting to now hit pocket and just chase him everywhere he goes. He's going to see a different level of attention now. So we'll figure out how we're going to take advantage of that. But this team has got character. You can't sit back and wait for teams to fail. You've got to force the issue. You've got to make plays offensively and defensively, and that's what this team is doing. Thanks, guys.